Hmm. I just realized all my aggro decks are Diva. Diva works best for aggro. So what can I say? Why not?
Gladiator Beast here, and again, it looks great. We might have another 2-0 here at the start.
Glad Beast K9, what the fuck?
Wow.
I mean, Gladiator Beast has definitely changed from the first YCSs that we've experienced, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like me, I have experience with Time Wizard Gladiator Beast, and I leave it to Nicolas, honestly, for was it Dortmund 2026?
La Pantara. Here is the test hunter, bringing along.
The tiger might have changed through the years, right?
Yep.
Yeah, from a tiger, it became a panther, you know? You never know.
Pantheron. And here, as we can see, yeah, Gladiator Beast is not anymore just a fusion deck. It can play a lot of powerful link monsters.
Is TJ left a top deck? Like, does he have anything in hand?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, it's tough to say, but...
Bring a quest onto the field. Come on, let me see it. 16 years later. I know you want to do it.
El Bestiari.
Eccolo. Yes.
Here it comes.
You think
Do
that
it.
Woku is still relevant?
Maybe.
Wow. Ah, yeah, they're mixing,
they're mixing,
the
yeah.
two zones. I guess we do have a left
For the
over
third
here.
time, see it again. And
He's back.
He teases you.
No, he changed his mind.
he changed it last
Alberto.
minute.
Now.
Okay,
Now.
fair.
Now. Oh, a change of mind. Once more. I see Chariot, I see Bestiari. There are good OG GBs in there. And here it is, a quest.
Okay. I mean, it's, yeah, it was, oh, okay.
No.
But, oh, looks like,
Never mind.
looks like, yeah, that was his first choice. And I think this is Atorix. I think so. And he essentially, one summon, you can send one Little Beast monsters from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. And the level of the monsters gets increased. But yeah, I mean, a quest maybe would have been better.
So
that
just love a quest.
Yes.
yeah,
be fair.
I mean, I love it. Yeah, he could have also recovered something from his
No,
graveyard.
it seems like it will be a top deck battle here.
Oh, okay. Some damage.
Let's see. Let's see. Off the top, what TJ can find.
I mean, we play Finsmith in our deck. We just need an engraver.
Yeah, maybe
or a
the
drive.
graveyard is active. But yeah, it seems like both players are
yeah.
completely gassed out. It seems like... Is it a spell? let's see. I kind of want to see a full game 3, I'm not gonna lie, but
Ooh. Speaking of Smith,
What?
ay.
This is also a card that we haven't seen in a while.
yes, every hero adjusted gold right now. It is utilized because it is a light fiend in order for us to access the Fiendsmith engine, but also it can attack through the SP Little Knight.
yeah, it's 2100.
Fair enough.
But it cannot attack unless we control a fusion monster.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, it cannot. But I mean, pretty good draw. I mean, fun enough. Usually don't plan on normal summoning this card too much, but just worked out. We are not using our Little Knight yet.
And I think this might be our last chance to activate Little Knight, right?
Yeah, the graveyard was completely empty actually. So that was
Yeah, it could have
quite
been
a good draw.
Yeah.
And if Engraver is on the field, we can actually threaten the SP Little Knight. So I think that we need to activate the effect of SP Little Knight right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense, but well, a bit we are a tight one. Because
Otherwise, Engraver could attack over.
are we sure about summoning in defense against Gladiator Beast? But let's see.
You're scared of Laguari?
No, just in general, they can tag
Yeah,
out
they can
some
tag.
of them,
I mean,
no?
they can.
I mean,
draw.
anyways, you will have Lacrima. Let's see, big draw. Can we see this request that Alberto has been teasing? Is it Proving Ground? I see a spell. Oh, what?
So,
What?
Lacrima was
What
in
is
a
this
diagonical
position? Sì, dragonical, sì. They're facing each other, Lacrima and...
I mean,
It's a Valence
just saying.
Yeah,
if
it's
you-
a date. It's a date here, you see?
Just saying, if he had summoned the quest, the turn before now, he would have had a monster to attack over.
Yeah.
So,
But, I mean,
Oof,
we really
and
wanted
that's just a
Lacrima to be in the
pass.
graveyard right now.
Yeah, honestly, you might as well just not attack over it. And yeah, unfortunately, it seems like Nicolas did not pick up what he needed. And yeah. They're just, okay.
So it was end phase, so Requiem cannot activate the effect. However, it can still activate the effect on TJ's turn. And I think that with all this
it seems rough.
Fiendsmith in the field,
We don't use it. I think also this was the chance to use the
Spell Knight.
SP, no?
I mean, we just
I mean, you
make
can do it
Engraver
now.
into attack position and attack.
But we could also here summon another engraver and just go like into Caesar, for example. Instead, we still don't use the SP. Wow.
yeah, at this stage in time, it may be complicated, honestly. Yeah?
Oof, and what a draw.
What a draw. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, Nicolas smiling. At least the really good news is that he is 1-0. So there is still plenty of time since our first match lasted only few minutes. And so we might get to see some Gladiator Beast combos into the next game. We're linking off.
Or
All right.
synchro summoning.
No.
Into chaos.
Okay, this gets to resolve, also surprisingly, I'd say. Yeah, and here comes
Do we play 2 copies of Behemoth? Because I think we use them as a material Behemoth in the graveyard, right? I mean, we should probably check this out because I think that Behemoth from the
We
graveyard...
do. We play two.
We play two?
Yeah, we play two. We do. Look at the deck list, not on me. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And yep. Now finally it seems like it was time, but yeah, this is a bit too late to activate the IP. We're gonna lose out on it soon enough, and I think Nicolas has seen the writings on the wall. He picked up his cards, which means score is tied 1-1, and we're gonna get to see some more GB action. Count me in for it.
With the hand of the heart. Which deck do you want to win?
I mean, I'm not gonna jinx it, but you know, I'm a fan of Gladiator Beast. No, but I mean, I really feel like in general, seeing the deck in action with newer and older cards in 2026 is for sure something that you know, you gotta be loving, honestly. And going first as well, I think the deck has a lot of potential because you can essentially set up your field. He's also playing Solemns in his side deck, just you know, to back it up. And maybe we will see a Gladiator Beast Jizarus being summoned or fusion summoned, I would say, thanks to Bestiari. Who knows? We will be saying soon, but of course, like we will see Nicolas for sure putting the Mold Charmes out and siding in, like for example, he has Anti-Spell Fragrance. He has, you know, some cool cards that he can play. I really feel like here on the other side, his opponent TJ survived because he wasn't left at top deck entirely, and thanks to Fiendsmith and then the Gorn, he was able to put it back in action. And as mentioned, I think over the last few YCSs, we have always seen a lot of different decks, especially in day one, and I really feel like this will be the trend also for the day. You know, of course, also yesterday in the meta deck discussion, we talked about the variety and the potential of a lot of decks and how this can be mixed up. And this is also the case because our two duelists here are playing, for example, Fiendsmith cards and mixed up with Chimeras. And on the other side, we have, you know, Canines with Gladiator Beasts. So, very interesting to see. Yeah.
I think the point of the meta right now is how you can mix different engines with each other, how they can bridge the one engine to the other, and I feel like it is one of those YCSs that it really goes to the thing that how you can find the best synergy between the decks.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes it's also a matter of playing your pet deck, the one you're comfortable with, and just go alongside it. And yeah, I think it's time that we find out who is gonna go and join Julius with the one win in round one, advancing and staying undefeated, at least we're around. So let's figure it out who is going to win this game 3. Here they are. Tension is palpable.
So we are talking about some clarifications right now, and I probably think that Gladiator Beasts are going first, since right now it is one of those strategies that they really want to go first right now in order to enable to summon their monsters and obviously find access to the K9 engine. Speaking of the K9 engine, started with Noroi.
The best.
It is one of those cards that you really want to see going first.
Yeah, I mean, Noroi does so much if it gets to resolve. And I think we don't have any interruption, but...
a big one.
We have one, which might make the match a more even field, if you get what I mean.
However, since Noroi can take a peek into the opponent's hand, we can actually find a way to play around the card that you mentioned.
You like to have a look, huh? I like to have a look, just understanding what is going on. Vediamo, let's see. Let's see.
Let's see, because you are absolutely right. Here we will see, we will know that there are no hand chops, but
let's have a look.
there is an evenly matched hiding in that hand.
So
TJ just clarifying, I mean, it's as simple as you just get to see it, you can't touch it, but you get to see the hand.
and this is where the power of Noroi really is.
And
That
I mean,
having a look into your
now
opponent's
what do you-
hand, it is very important, especially with cards like, for example,
Yeah.
evenly match, that you know that
But
is going to be activated in
What's-
order for you to play around.
what's the plan? How do you play around evenly? Can you make
With
it
SP.
Heraklinos?
SP?
Can you make it?
SP, SP.
You see, I have the answer.
A bit weak. A bit weak.
Okay.
Crocodillo. Let's see it.
Once again, is come Atrix and Gistel.
Gistel. Un crocodillo. Ah no. Here it is. Can we make Heraklinos in this deck?
He needs Laquari to make Heraklinos.
He doesn't play it, no? One Laquari. And no. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case.
Can you explain why you
this
want
is
Heraklinos now?
Tamer Editor, no?
Explain the effect
Tamer
of
Editor.
Heraklinos.
Allora, Heraklinos allows you to discard a card to negate a spell and trap, so it would be just perfect here, but I don't think we're running it. I think we are summoning now the Tamer Editor, and with it, we are just summoning yet another fusion.
El Panteron.
El Panteron. Okay, so now we get to take a look at our deck and just add Noxious, I believe. Noxious,
Yes.
l'uomo tigre. And yeah, this is amazing, but again, I'm wondering
Or
How-
makes Heraklinos.
how do we make Heraklinos? A quest is back. A quest for the joy of Albi. It's the field, gets to retrieve a spell and trap or a monster at that.
It's back.
He's
For
back.
Gladiator Beast,
He's back,
comeback.
and he got the comeback. Equest is back again. And comeback, it's the field.
And look at this. If you were wondering
editor.
how Gladiator Beast relied on one normal
Operates.
summon and that was it, operates.
Operates.
We can access Heraklinos with plasma, no?
Plasma.
No, Prisma.
Plasma.
No. Mike, I know you like Destiny Hero cards, eh? I know you do.
Destiny. proprio.
Destiny.
Elemental.
I mean, we experienced TJ before having the advantage due
Oh,
to
yeah,
Destiny
yeah.
Hero.
That you
Yeah.
could do, yeah. If it's
Or
playing
Heavy
it,
Hero.
Ah,
even that.
Cannibalismo.
For sure.
Here we summon
El
back the
Tareios.
quest, and as you can see, usually
back.
we are back to seeing Gladiator Beast trigger only when summoned from deck, but in reality, as you can see here, they get the effects even this way, and so a quest
And
need to
here
come
it
back, and here it is!
is.
Here it is, as predicted. Heraklinos, the way to play around evenly matched these amazing card from all the way back into the day. I think 2008, yeah, probably around that. It was already out. It could be older than some of our duelists competing this weekend, but here it is. And now this is a huge problem because that card is not once per turn. You can negate evenly and then you can negate the poly, and this is absolutely impressive.
This is insane because with the Domitianus on the field as well, you can negate an activation on an opponent's effect
Domiziano.
monster, El Domiziano.
Yes, it's basically the counterpart of Heraklinos. And look at that. I'm so happy that we picked this deck for round one. And oh well, it's gonna keep doing well.
With 4 cards in hand, honestly,
Izuna. We don't play the quick spell, it seems, because we didn't search for it, but we cannot right now. And finally, we do have the Colosseum for our joy, and we search the chariot. And this is a classic combo. Like back in the day, Heraklinos plus chariot was pretty much game, because Heraklinos protects you from spell and traps, chariots protects you from monsters, and that's pretty much game over. And the fact that this is still a combo in 2026 is great, and we even saw our opponent end. I think TJ might just be done.
This is so much
combining
better.
with Reaper and also a Spiritual Knight
Yeah.
give you so much advantage.
Yeah.
No, but
And
look at
also
this.
another option for Heraklinos for a card to stop is also a tract.
Yes, and
Reaper on the Engraver. I think he's using Domitianus here on the crop. I think it makes sense to use it, honestly.
possibly. And I mean, regardless, what an impressive duel from Nicolas. What an opener. But yeah, this Nicolas, rightfully so, came to the conclusion that he doesn't really care. And I mean, he knows evenly, he knows Poly, and most of the rest of, I'm pretty sure the only card he doesn't know is the second Poly, which doesn't really make that much of a difference.
I mean, if we have cards in hand, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
And here you can see TJ just scrambling to come up with something. And he was just looking to see.
I don't
do
get the
even have a
point of
target
doing
for
that.
this Poly here. What can I do? I don't see it. I think we have 3 cards in hand. Yes, Nicolas has 3 cards. It means he can negate 3 spell and traps. And yeah, here comes the first one from Heraklinos. Discarding the Izuna even, I mean, which tells you enough.
But that's it.
And as we mentioned, we
And
should not
that's
set
a
a monster
pass,
against Gladiator Beast, right?
Yes, right.
Wow.
That's a pass, and yeah, it's just a matter of entering battle phase.
So you think it's a
Yes.
Raiko?
I mean, I don't think it makes much of a difference with the chariot hiding face down. I think Nicolas has done an extremely good job. And wow. I mean, it's really refreshing to see such a, you know, unique, underrepresented deck doing well. Yeah, I think here we just realized maybe we don't even have a target. And we can just attack, I think. I mean, that's plenty of damage.
Yeah, this is more than enough, honestly. Like, enter battle phase and
Yeah, just
that's
don't
it.
overthink it. You have chariot. What do you even have to worry about? And the only thing we have to worry about are the illusion monsters, though, because you know that you cannot destroy by battle, and maybe this is what Nicolas didn't take into consideration.
Nice play.
Yeah, I mean,
You bait him.
Mike, never trust my words. There is always something hiding in there. And yeah, you can see Nicolas face palming a bit. But I mean, it's all good. And here comes the Jizarus to get rid of that.
Oh my.
I mean, yeah, monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle were never considered good against Gladiator Beast. They were always a bit of a liability because it pretty much allows you to trigger all of your monsters. And wow, would you look at that?
No, but the Tamer Editor is great because you can special summon once per turn one Gladiator-based fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summon conditions. So,
Yeah, and here comes,
You wish that you had
another
that back in the
one.
day, right?
my dream. And here it is, the Claudius being
Erclevio.
summoned. Wow.
Here is
Look at this field from Gladiator Beasts.
the boss monster has hit the field. And I mean, it was already a big issue before, and now with this polymerization, Heraklinos is just going to be negating one. Second one comes down and just gonna get negated as well. And there it is, another sad monster that cannot be destroyed by battle though.
You think now that Nicolas has the know-how, will think that the set monster is potentially something that cannot be destroyed
Yeah,
by
for
battle
sure.
in order
Yeah,
to
yeah.
access the Gizarus?
But the problem is, now we need to link off something, no?
What a problem.
Yeah, really. And here we do. Nicolas not gonna make the same mistake twice, goes straight into his extra deck. because after this he's gonna be able to summon the Jitzaros, and yeah, this time he's not wasting, not using any effect, and now comes the Jitzaros to swing for game. And here it is, fist bump, and it's Nicolas winning this round, and he even had a solemn judgment to pair this up. Wow, honestly.
Round of applause
for the
Beast.
Gladiator Beast. Deserved.
I mean, 2026, he showed us. I mean, I wish we had these starters in 2010. Honestly, it's insane, unbelievable. Like, would you ever said this, that Gladiator Beast was this powerful with like all fusions and stuff?
I mean, Heraclinos with Judgment and Chariot feels like pretty strong.
You can ask for more, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, already 2 different matches in one round and 2 completely different strategies. You know, we saw Julius just playing it a bit safer, controlling with his Entrops and this Yummy Finsmith deck. And on the other hand, we had 2 pretty explosive combo decks battling one against each other. It will be interesting at the end of the day to obviously see, next to the country breakdown that we have shown you, how the deck breakdown will look for the event, considering we have over 2,600 players, so that will be a lot of different decks, I can tell you that much. But of course, the spotlight for now is on the main future match winner, the current, technically even from 2023, YCS Dortmund champion Julius. So let's hear it from him in the post-match analysis with Seb.
Thank you so much, Marcello. And indeed, I am joined by Julius Schwarzkopf, our reigning YCS Dortmund champion. Julius, that was a smooth start into the tournament, you could say, quick 2-0. How are you feeling? Because honestly, you're bringing something that you don't usually bring, because your deck cannot really be considered a combo deck that you're bringing today with that Fiendsmith Yummy deck. How is that? Why are you not bringing a combo deck today?
I didn't feel like there was like a combo deck in the meta right now that fits my playstyle as well, because usually I also play decks that are not so common in the meta, and I think the only real combo deck is like some MST, Yummy Tri-Brigade piles, or like Lunar Light maybe.
Fair, yeah.
But I didn't feel like those were good enough in the meta right now, and I felt like a head-trip approach would be really good, and that's the reason why I decided to play this kind of deck.
Yeah. And you're not concerned about only having one Snatchy? Because that, of course, is the change to the Yummy deck that has been applied with the Forbidden and Limited list, now it being limited. Is that ever a problem for the deck, or is it, if you play it correctly, just always fine?
Yeah, I mean, going second, of course, it's sometimes a problem. If they can remove the first Snatchy, you have troubles getting it back. But especially if you go first and you can do your full combo, it doesn't really matter. You have so many ways of bringing it back. By the Synchro, you have your surprise set. You even have to birth him it in Graveyard in case they banish it. So you have plenty of ways to get it back. So yeah, I think it's fun.
And there's one more special thing with your Yummy deck. We have not really seen that at all in the latest formats, but now the Yummy deck you're playing has changed a little bit, as it is now a Yummy Fiendsmith deck, and you have displayed your way of bridging into the Fiendsmith cards, which is Ripper-Docus. I think there is different ways to go into Fiendsmith currently in the format, but you chose the Ripper-Docus approach. So explain us about that, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the most common one. It's the easiest one. You just need 2 random bodies, I guess. Just turn them into the Ripper-Docus, and then any Yummy monster which is light, you can turn into a light Fiend and get easy access to it. I think it's just mandatory because the pure Yummy deck doesn't have a good endport anymore because of the Herald ban. Caesar's great. It's also Water, which is perfect to play around cards like Super Poly, on General Sheena, whatever, all those type of cards. And of course, also the Fiendsmith cards can get you into the Yummy cards. So they also starters at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you said your combo with Caesar and everything is just good in the end. And I gotta say, your combo then was different than what I expected, because you kept on going. We see now you summon Berthelmet off of Sequence, which is, first of all, not the usual fusion monster you're seeing, but that was one of your choice. And then here, as you're already continuing a combo, transforming it then into the Caesar. But now, afterwards, there is some interesting stuff happening, which we're going to go through here. First of all, explain the SP Little Knight that you're going to summon eventually. I think here, yeah, here it is coming. Why SP Little Knight, and why banishing the Lollipo specifically here in this scenario?
Yeah, so of course the Berthelmet still has a graveyard effect. You can banish him and then special Beast, Beast Warrior or Winged Beast, or Illusion, I think, from the bench pile. And through that, you can at any point, if you play against, for example, an MSC like I also did, you can banish the MSC from their graveyard or put it back at any time.
Ooh.
And you're not relying on your surprise they can target with MST or your synchro. So it's another layer of interruption they can't really interact with.
So basically, what you did there in the match, I think you in the end, you just banished the Albion with the Lollipo. That's how it turned
Yeah, I
out.
returned it,
But
yeah.
your usual plan is, oh yeah, you returned it indeed. Your usual plan is just to get rid of the MST in the graveyard so that the Radiant Typhoon deck cannot really do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, indeed, that's usually the plan because you have free field spell and most of the time 1 or 2 sets. Usually they're not able to get, they're not able to free all your spell and trap zones, so they need the MST in graveyard. And by removing it, it's just another layer of interruption for free, basically.
Yeah, and we have to talk about another card on your end field.
Yeah.
Muckraker is a bit of a star there as well, because when did you realize that this card might be a good addition to your end field? Because quite frankly, it hasn't any real powerful effect really that it's providing. It doesn't provide any interruption, but of course, you indeed shown in game 1 immediately what it does provide, because it did protect your Caesar from falling on the Virtues. What else is it protecting you from?
Yeah, so it's mainly Virtues, to be honest. Of course, there are all other kind of cards that destroy. And they're usually one-card combos. You need the effect of Muckraker to, at the end, also put the Caesar on the board. In this case, I had multiple names, so I didn't need the Muckraker effect at the end. But usually, it's just free Virtues protection. Your endboard does not give you any Omni Negates. So protecting the Caesar from cards like Virtues is very valuable. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of that Virtues, the turn of Dennis started off quite strong because we had quite the quick play exchange here going on, which is somewhat usual for the Radiant Typhoon deck. We see the Mystical Space Typhoon, we see the Fallen and the Virtues.
Mystical Spice
Do you think
Typhoon.
Dennis knew about the Muckraker protection? Because he was just going after that Caesar, but he can't really do anything else, right? He just has to go for it.
Yeah, so he can't really do anything about it. He could have kept it. I probably think he probably forgot. I mean, I didn't use the effect of the Muckraker, so maybe he already thought, like, why did he summon the Muckraker? No, it has to have a second effect, right?
For sure, for sure.
So I'm not sure if he knew about it, but at the end, it doesn't really matter where he uses his Virtues, because you have such a layered board, and he needs all his breakers to break your board. And then you still have your hand traps, right? We play a lot of hand traps in the main deck. So usually they can't really break through the board, even if in this case he had Virtues, MSD, Droplet and Sheena, which is a lot of good non-engine going second, but with the impermanent was just enough.
One more thing though, you banished the Lollipo here, not knowing what your opponent was playing. So game 1, you're always banishing Lollipo. Is there ever a different thing you're banishing with the SP Little Knight to revive with Baphomet, or is it just every single time the Baphomet, the Lollipo?
I mean, game 1, just in general, Lolly right now into the meta is better.
Okay.
Of course, it's better against Dracotail to put back Apheli on things, or Femena in general.
Sure.
And against MST, it's just great, of course, putting back the MST. And Cookie also only really has a good effect when summoned by a Synchro.
True, true.
Because reducing by 1,000 doesn't really come up that often, so yeah, it's always the Lolly. Post I did some Floodgates, but game 1 only always Lolly, yeah.
Fair enough. And then, I mean, you were mentioning that you play a bunch of hand interruptions, and that was, of course, the case in that second game as you dropped that Dominus Purge right away on the chant. And yeah, there was no more chanting from Dennis' side. And as he also later on revealed, he had called by the grave even to stop other ways of interrupting you, but Dominus Purge was not able to be stopped. And therefore, you just pretty much turn skip the Radiant Typhoon deck. What would you say? I think you tested the Radiant Typhoon deck quite a bit as well, right? Is that a common thing? Is Radiant Typhoon not so consistent when facing interruption? What is your personal take on that? Because you did not play it in the end, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's very vulnerable to hand traps, to be honest. They don't have that many starters. One hand trap, sure, they can, and a lot of hands can play through. But especially with this amount of hand traps, if you draw 2, most hands of MST lose to 2 hand traps all the time. So yeah, I would say it's one of the more vulnerable decks to hand traps.
Okay, fair enough. And then, I mean, the last highlight I have here for us is just basically you then summoning out all the yummies. You were kind of playing around the Mystical Space Typhoon that you do because they searched Mystical Space Typhoon, but you had a pretty easy answer there, just chaining your Yummy Surprise to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed. You could just reactivate it and then easy go for game. Is that like your Yummy Fiendsmith deck? What is your expected game time? Will it always just be quick matches because your deck just either stops your opponent and then goes for game quickly, or does it sometimes come for a grind game?
I mean, there are definitely some scenarios where you can grind if both of you play like a hand trap deck and you both just hand trap yourself to death and you're maybe in a top deck situation.
Yeah.
But usually it's a quite quick deck. It's easy to OTK. You're going first is most of the time strong enough to just win the duel instantly. And if they go first, you play so many hand traps that either they pass on nothing, or you lose. Yeah.
So that, in the end, then, was just your match. I mean, Julius, reigning YCS Dortmund champion, are you just going to win it all again here this weekend, being back in Dortmund, of course? Is that the goal? Are you winning this weekend?
I mean, it's always the goal to win. We're going to see what's going to happen. I hope so, yeah.
What's your most scared matchup, or do you think you're well covered into the meta game?
I think with the hand-job approach, you're pretty well covered. I think it's not really which deck you play against. Of course, there's some rogue decks that you don't really want to face, like Lunar Light probably can be annoying if they have a very good engine hand. They can push through a lot of hand traps.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I think I'm pretty good into all decks.
Fair enough. I mean, 300th YCS, we have your Jubilee YCS in Dortmund, a previous YCS Dortmund champion with us. Best of luck, of course, for the remainder of your tournament run. And you all should stay tuned, as plenty more live action is coming your way here from Dortmund. So please stay tuned with more live action coming your way.
Welcome back, duelists, to the legendary 5D's deck breakdown. Today, we are going to be looking at the beautiful Black Rose Dragon. Now,
I think I know what
we will
to
be
do
getting
now.
to its most recent support from Doom of Dimensions very, very shortly. But it did start way back for Time Wizard format, and Alberto is going to take us through exactly what you can find in here for that.
I mean, absolutely, especially looking at those cards. The first one that comes to my mind is the Lone Fire Blossom. I think is the card of Time Wizard, honestly. It's so powerful. You can revive it back, for example, with Call of the Haunted, and it's always been one of those cards. Every single time it's onto the field, it brings one another plant monster and gives you easy access to most of your deck, essentially strategy. But not only that, you can pair it up with Miracle Fertilizer, and there's also the Black Garden. These cards have always been used throughout the years during Time Wizards events, and I really feel like they have always been amongst the most consistent and strongest cards of the current format. I really feel like if you pair it up with the new strategy as well, this is something also out of the extraordinary. Yes.
Yeah, exactly that. Talking about Black Garden, leading into Garden Rose Maiden, an absolutely amazing reprint in the Akiza deck for the legendary 5Ds, because it opens up the door for so much collaboration with the brand new Doom of Dimensions cards, utilizing Bramble Rose Dragon and, of course, that Rage Rose Witch. But just straight from the deck themselves, they have a very cool combo that can lead you to the beautiful Black Rose Dragon chibi artwork that we're going to be able to show you in a second. This combo is going to consist of two Rose Dragon monsters, being White Rose Dragon and Red Rose Dragon. Now, it doesn't matter which one you choose to normal summon here, as both will have the ability to enter the field of play. We'll start off with the Red Rose Dragon. There is no effect to trigger at this exact moment in time, but we will now go back to our hand with the White Rose Dragon, whose effect is if you control a Dragon tuner or a plant tuner, you can special summon this card from the hand. Red Rose Dragon is
I don't think
a
it's worth
Dragon
committing
tuner,
anything
so we
on
will
board.
special summon the White Rose Dragon. Now, you have two synchro options here. Option number one would be to go for the ace monster of Black Rose Dragon. We don't want to do that just yet. We want to push this combo a little bit further. So we'll be using our non-tuner White Rose Dragon and our tuner Red Rose Dragon to perform a synchro summon and summon out Perilis, the Empress of Blossoms. At this point, the Red Rose Dragon effect in the graveyard will trigger. In doing so, it will allow us to special summon a Rose Dragon monster from the deck, and the one we want to go for is our Rox Rose Dragon. As part of Red Rose Dragon's effect, we will also get the choice to choose one of two cards. Those cards being Frozen Rose or the Blooming of the Darkest Rose. The Blooming of the Darkest Rose will be a trap card that you can set up to interact with your opponent during their turn, or you can choose to take the Frozen Rose, which will allow you to send your Empress of Blossoms during the end phase of this turn to draw two cards and discard one. For this example, we will choose Blooming of the Darkest Rose, and our Red Rose will continue to stay in the graveyard. We will now be able to trigger the Rocks Rose Dragon's effect on normal or special summon to add a card that mentions Black Rose Dragon from the deck to the hand. The card we're going to want to add is going to be the Basil Rose Shoot. And in doing so, this is going to give us the ability to special summon back a Rose Dragon monster from the graveyard or from the hand if we have another one there. Now, as you read the rest of its text, it also does say you can target one of your Black Rose Dragons or a monster that mentions it. So because it mentions that bit of text on it and the name specifically of Black Rose Dragon, we can add it with our Rocks Rose Dragon. We are now going to activate the Basil Rose Shoot, and in doing so, we want to bring back our level 4 non-tuner in the form of the White Rose Dragon. This now sets us up with a level 3 tuner and a level 4 non-tuner to perform a second Synchro Summon. So at this point here, we want to perform a Synchro Summon using the Rocks Rose Dragon and the White Rose Dragon to work our way into Akiza's beloved ace monster, Black Rose Dragon. Now, you could choose to clear the entire field should you want to, but we're not going to want to do that right here. I think our field presence is pretty good as it stands. So you'll set the Blooming of the Darkest Rose, and then you can pass to your opponent to play their turn out. So make sure you pick up the legendary 5Ds deck if you want to be just like Akiza and be able to present your opponent with the Black Rose Dragon.
Right. This is what a majority of these videos usually are. Lame.
You're the curse I want to keep. Leave a bright crimson moon calling to me. Too good, pure as a blood. Your name like poison in a note. Slip a string, escape, don't you fade away. We're shadows and fog. Run away, hearts beating wrong. Never let me go. You said no, it's silence. This tastes just like sugar.
I don't gain anything from holding this any further.
Bite you deeper, sweeter and wild. Wicked look born to die. Just let it burn, no lies. Will you stay? Just promise me. Nightmare, your mind desire set me apart. Dancing round our haunted world. Nightmare, can't let you go, but in the snow. We let them chase the fate or mine. Now that you're mine. Come and quench my thirst tonight. I need more, drink your blood, taking a bite. Craving my lips on your neck just to sing. This is a vow, say it now. A royal love sealed with my veins. A fruit of my sin.
Moonlight paints shadows on your skin.
Still I want you now. You're scared, but it's you. Don't waste me from the darkest of fight tonight. Memories fading into the trees, like we're children lost in our haunted dreams. You'll never be alone, you whisper to me. Promise I'll always be here. Forbidden vampire, la love, bite too deep, giving you a love so sweet. If this won't last for long, let's float in madness. Don't betray your queen, promise me. Nights and then I'm out my mind, need you alive. Round and round this table spins. What do you want? Confess your sins, but I'll share with no one. You look delicious, smiling that way. Oh, just a taste of sin. It's only a taste.
Memento Mori.
Shaken and framed, they come undone. The seams that bind my fragile heart. So much regret, I just can't change. What if there's no turning back? Piecing myself together, I stumble and fall, can't hold a shape. Sleepless, I search for the light in me, wonder in the starlit sky. Oh no, I'm talking to myself again, and it's all me whining, I'm still the same. Just one step of strength to go on ahead, that's all that I'm wishing for. It's telling me not to cry, a star glowing bright. If you're really here inside of my heart, a glimmer's all I need. So shine your light, show the shape of this way unfolding world. Where did they go, the list of clues I know that I'm supposed to do? Flustered, I fail again, just tangled up in regret. Slowly I traced every word of every thought handed to me by someone else. What if I let my heart, my body and soul take in everything and keep moving on? I've always been so scared and lost, frightened of flight. I don't even know all the feelings I hold, the hurt I withhold. Gonna push right past and go, 'cause I don't wanna just stay the same. It's telling me not to cry, a star glowing bright, and it's really here inside of my heart. A glimmer is all I need, so shine your light, 'cause it's scary here alone in the dark. It's telling me not to hide. 하나는 텔모리.
Every sin we cut along is now a warning on the wall. Every lie we amplified sears like curses into stone. Lay my soul on grinding stone. Let the trial claim its toll. This proving ground sounds a call at my gate. We carve the walls with every dying name. No seeds will grow in empty shells. Down this road we shine our the smartphone hands of the past, the broken years stand no bound and fall apart. Still, these bars over to the shattered heart. I took a button to the depths of may outclimb this dreamy blast, my dreamy blast.
Weather. Jesus Christ. Go.